It's the NFL on EA Sports as you take a look there at Lincoln Financial Field in Philadelphia, PA. Coming up, we've got what should prove to be a good one between the Kansas City Chiefs and the Philadelphia Eagles. This fielded right at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. KC's offense ready to take over. Here's Edwards-Helaire as they will start on the ground. And he finds some space past the 25 to the 27. 5 yards on the game's first play, second down.
A quick burst there, and he nicely bit off a pretty decent gain.
The first down run got 5. Here's 2nd and 5. Here comes Edwards-Helaire on the toss right. And they get him down, but not before he takes it across the 40-yard line. That goes for a Chiefs first down, 14 yards.
And that's a run that'll energize an offensive line. They'll take that one all day long. Fundamental breakdown by the defense. You've got to be able to make plays on the edge.
First and 10, it's Edwards-Helaire with it. And he gets forward up the middle, but only for a couple. It'll be second down.
Not the kind of gain that will go absolutely crazy for, but it's the kind of gain that you need to have when you're running back in the NFL. And Clyde Edwards-Helaire, with that low center of gravity and strength, he's going to get those tough, gritty yards for you when necessary.
The last run good for 2. Here's 2nd and 8. Mahomes now to throw. Open man, completes it to Smith-Schuster. And they'll get him down on the other side of midfield. So after several rushes to start the game, Charles, they go to the air there and get a nice completion.
Nice mix-up on the play calling, right? Establish the running game, make the defense think you're going to do it again, and then hit them over the top. Now you've got them betwixt and between. They don't know which way you're going to come at them.
Mahomes on the give to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this into enemy territory, but not by much as he's down to the 48. James Bradbury there to make the tackle.
Oh, there's plenty of traffic waiting for him up the middle. But give him credit, he tried barreling through anyway. They're fortunate to get a yard out of that one.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get this down only to about the 46. They follow up the first down 1-yard run with a minimal gain of 2. And they'll need the 39 here for a first. This is 3rd down. Here's Mahomes to throw. This one complete to Mecole Hardman. And I don't think he got there. No. He's short by maybe a foot. Maybe. Call it 4th and inches. Interesting decision here. Opening drive, Charles. 4th and short. You're in field goal range. We'll see what they do.
I just shake a fist at my offense and say, go get it, guys. Because if you can't pick up 4th and short here, we're probably in trouble the rest of the game. Show some confidence. Show some aggressiveness. Go pick it up.
And he missed it. It's no good, and this will remain a scoreless game. Well, that opening drive looked good for a moment there, but they'll wind up being turned away thanks to the missed field goal.
And those especially hurt when you come into a game on the road. You're trying to get things to go your way early, and now you suffer a setback right out of the gate.
The Eagles in good position to start out as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 46. Burrow will throw. There's the former Chief, man they watched for years, Tyreek Hill. 15 yards is the pickup there, and the drive starting very nicely. First down.
Now that was pretty. They executed that curl route versus zone coverage, and that changes things a little bit because against man, it's often a tight curl, tight, sharply run route. Against zone, you're just looking for that open spot, that dead area, so you make curl to look.
Well, into a sea of defenders and intercepted. Derwin James with a pick. 30, 10. again. And he will take this one home. It's a touchdown. So, Charles, our first points of the game provided defensively. What a play that was.
And I can only imagine that the folks at home watching are thinking to themselves, that's one of those plays where once the ball leaves the quarterback's hands, you just sort of go, uh-oh, and wait for the result. This time, the defense benefited.
Extra point by Butker is on target, and it's now a 7-0 game.
Let's do what we do every day. We can't stop. You make the push. Let's have some fun. Let's get something going, man. Let's do it. Let's go, fellas. Play with it. Get stuff up. Let's do our thing. Let's do our thing. One play at a time, baby. Keep our voice. Who wants some? That's what I'm talking about. Yeah, go right now. Who's going to make a blow? Let's go.
So they'll get another shot on offense following that pick six. And now the kick is away. Hill going to think better of bringing this one out, and the drive will start at the 25. So back onto the field, here come the Eagles for their second drive. Now remember, they were just out here a moment ago through the pick six, so we'll see if they can take better care of the football this go-around.
Yeah, and sometimes, partner, I think it's almost better that you just throw the pick six and you come right back out on the field. You're not over on the sidelines dwelling for it for very long. You're not hearing everyone say, oh, hey, you'll get them next time. Hey, don't worry about it. All that stuff.
Oh, this is intercepted, intended for Hill. Derwin James with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to get possession of the football as time will run out on this first quarter of play. After 7-0 on EA Sports. The Chiefs with the football as we start the second quarter. So after the INT, here's Mahomes. He rifles one that's intercepted. Picked up by Jalen Ramsey. And the Eagles force the turnover. They'll take over at their own 27. Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And going deep for Hill. It got his man complete. A big play there for Philly. 64 yards.
Well, partner, I'm not sure how this drive's going to end, but how about the way they flip field position there? A nice attacking play that picked up a heck of a chunk of yardage.
Well, that didn't take long. One play, and we're already looking at a first-and-goal situation. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. And he's got it. A gain of 9 there. Sets up second and goal. Sanders will take this one in for an Eagles touchdown. Well, that was a quick drive. The passing game set it up, and then the running game finishes it off.
And how about how few plays it was to get it done, but they threw it downfield and then pounded it into the end zone. And as a former defender, I can tell you, it hurts just a little bit more when they run it into the end zone instead of throwing it.
Elliott good on the extra point, and we are tied at 7. At 7 now as they kick it away. Taken in at the 3. And able to get this out to the 25. The Chiefs offense set to go. And for this offense, Charles, you got to think kind of crucial here to put something together on this drive, because remember last time out they threw the interception on the very first play.
And you can't afford to let this defense keep building any more momentum. They're playing awfully well, and they're awfully confident right now. To me, it's time to attack and take some of that momentum back. But make sure you're selective in doing so. Understand where you want to throw the football and make sure it's open before the ball leaves your hand. Well, that one was all about the defender making life difficult for the receiver. Very tough for a guy to hold on to the football through all that contact. He ends up forcing the incompletion.
An incomplete pass leads to 2nd and 10 from the 25. Looking to throw is Mahomes. Now a swing pass. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he'll get it up near the 35, right at the 34 here. 9 yards, and that leaves him just short, so it'll be 3rd and less than a yard. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. Edwards-Helaire, they'll try to run for it. And that's going to be a Chiefs first down as he's got this up to the 45-yard line. An 11-yard pickup, and it's enough for a Chiefs first down. Mahomes now on first down. Escaping the pressure right. And this one is incomplete.
Now, you know me, whether you need it or not, I'm going to give a little unsolicited advice. Just throw it downfield out of the pocket, only if you're absolutely sure. Otherwise, use your running ability and try and get those yards a safer way.
So now 2nd and 10 after the incompletion on first down. Throwing now is Mahomes. Throwing over the middle, but it's incomplete. So he's 3 for 7 throwing the football right now. Not an awful start, but also not the sharpest of starts.
No, I would agree with that. But if you're a confident quarterback and to play that position, you have to be. You just act like there's something wrong with the wind currents or something wrong with the ball. It is not you. Keep throwing. That timing usually develops.
Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. And incomplete on the deep ball.
And based on my math, they've only converted 1 time thus far in this game, so you can see the frustration starting to come out a little bit. 3rd downs, they've been a problem for them all game. They've got to start becoming solutions.
On 4th down, Tommy Townsend to punt for Kansas City. Back deep is Tyreek Hill. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And this will do the job nicely, as that'll be out of bounds just inside the 10-yard line. The field position game, such an overlooked facet, Charles, of an NFL game, but this offense, they're going to be pinned back. What an ideal punt.
An ideal punt, and it leads to that term complementary football, because them doing that puts their defense in a great spot, doesn't it? Gives them a chance. If they want to be aggressive, try and maybe get a safety out of this whole thing, it puts them in that position.
And now Burrow going to be intercepted yet again. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take possession of the football. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Wide open receiver complete. And the Chiefs are going to be set up with a 1st and goal on a pass play that moves them all the way down to the 1.
I think he has to be saying to himself, how did that not wind up a touchdown? Remember, you just need the tip of the ball to cross the plane. It's not going to get there, but they're going to be set up in great shape with 1st and goal.
Creeping up on a minute to play in this first half. They'll run with Edwards-Helaire. The Chiefs will use the first of their timeouts, as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Back at the 5-yard line now, 2nd and goal. Now Mahomes. And this one taken in on the right sideline, but not in the field of play. They say it's incomplete. The throw led him a little too far. It brings up third down.
Certainly appeared to take away his first read, and by the time he tried to look elsewhere and find an open target, the coverage was too good. That one falls incomplete.
Now, they'd really like to make the short field pay off. We'll see if they can, but this is third and goal. Flushed out right. Pass incomplete, but the flag in the backfield, and this might be a roughing call. So instead of forcing the field goal, it'll be first and goal.
Yeah, the force was trying to make something happen that just didn't need to, right? I mean, plays happen, let it go. It's over. Instead, he creates a penalty.
So a critical mistake, roughing the passer. Now it's first and goal. Play action. Now it's Mahomes. He'll buy some time, and they're going to get to him. A sack. Sack back at the 9-yard line. Now another timeout called for by the offense, as the clock's going to stop with 47 seconds to go in half number one. Now from the 9, here's second and goal. Now here's Mahomes. He'll swing this one out to Edwards-Helaire. Down at the 2. Broke through first contact, but ultimately stopped shy of the goal line. They'll wind up getting 7 on the completion, but they'll still be faced now with a third and goal situation. They will try to run with Edwards-Helaire. And he is in. Touchdown, Kansas City. Clyde Edwards-Helaire. As the first half is winding down. And the Chiefs have taken the lead here in the final stages of this first half. But just power football there, down near the goal line. Give it to him. He's able to push his way across.
Yeah, they went heavy there. Sometimes you have those big offensive linemen come in, have to report like they're eligible. But all they're doing is getting a good stance, blocking, and getting their runner across the goal line.
So not much time to speak of remaining in this first half as the kick's away. Taken in at the 3. And it's a pretty good return here as he'll get this up to the 29. And the Eagles going to get one final possession in this first half. And with 10 seconds left, not really enough time to put something together. Final 10 seconds of the half as they've got it first and 10. They go back to the air here after the INT on the last drive. Sideline throw, it's complete. And a nice job there of keeping the toes inbounds. It'll be a gain of 5, and it's second down.
If you're running out route, it's likely you're going to end up near the sideline. And what did we just see there?
Toe tap.
You got it. The benefits of practice. Toe tapping, foot dragging, picking it up, and making sure it was a catch.
Final play of the half for Burrow and company. Airing it out deep for Smith. And that will be incomplete. Tried to dial up the long way out there, but it'll be third down. So we've reached halftime with the visiting Chiefs on top. As we'll get you down the coast to Orlando for Jonathan Coachman at our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach fields it right around the goal line. The Eagles ready to go on offense to begin this third quarter. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game, and to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try and cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
Carlos Dunlap, the defensive end, the one to bring him down. Third quarter of a tight football game as we come up on a 2nd and 10. Another run with Sanders. And he's upended after a gain of 2 out to the 27.
I'd say they've got to find a way to get him going. He's such a big part of their offense. I wonder if they might throw it a little and come back to the run.
Anything, because you're right. He's pretty much been completely neutralized. A third down now. Those last 2 plays indicative of how things have gone for them. Just nowhere to go on the ground and struggling to put up points. And Burrow going to be hit and taken down. They got him. Finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
That's a ball he needs to let go of there. Wasn't the most time in the world to work through his progression, but NFL quarterbacks, they've got to sense the pressure. They've got that internal clock, and the ball has to be gone. And if you're not going to escape and run for it, you have to let it go before the pressure gets to you and puts you on the ground.
And a fair catch taken back near about the 35, 36-yard line. 36 yards on the punt with no return. And it's Chiefs football, 1st and 10. So good starting field position for him here as they come up 1st and 10 at their own 37. The drive will begin with a run by Edwards-Helaire. And a 5-yard gain gets him to the 42.
Nice satisfying run on first down for the offense, picking up 5, which means defensively, the thought process is entirely different. You don't want to panic, but at the same time, you're saying to each other, we've got to tighten this down. We can't give up gains like that.
Second down, back to Edwards-Helaire. And not much there at all. Maybe a yard up to the 43.
He's definitely tough to get down. We just saw it right there. But how about what we did see? Pursuit, wrap up, and then the big finish with the tackle.
Mahomes going to throw. He's got his man. That's Hardman. And they're going to get this to about the 44-yard line.
I think that's a big pickup for a first down because when you run a drag route against zone, you're sometimes asking for trouble because you might run into a defender.
Yeah, well, there they ran into a first down. Executed it to perfection. On 1st and 10, here's Mahomes. It's Kelsey on the ground. And they'll get this down to the 42-yard line. He's been quiet today in the passing game, just his 2nd catch.
Yeah, and people have to come up with schemes to limit him. And what a lot of teams do, they'll double him, use a linebacker underneath, a safety over the top. Sometimes they'll just take a corner, maybe their 3rd corner if he's a bigger guy, and put him on him man-to-man to try and limit his touches. Just keep mixing it up, give him different angles, different looks, like a good boxer does.
Now a pass dumped off to his running back. And he'll be brought down inside the 40-yard line.
Good reactions there defensively. That screen was a little slow in developing, and they shut that one down with little gain.
The Eagles call on the extra defensive back here as they prepare for a stop on 3rd down. To throw, it's Mahomes. Finding Edwards-Helaire once again. And he will have a Chiefs first down. They needed 5 there on 3rd down. He winds up getting 7. 3 quarters have come and gone. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. And welcome back. We are in the city of brotherly love, Philadelphia. It's the Chiefs with the lead and the football here as we get set for quarter number 4. He'll take a shot for the end zone. And that's going to wind up incomplete. However, we do have a flag down. Let's check in with our referee. They were looking to throw, holding on the big right tackle.
That's real simple, partner. Keep your hands inside in the chest area. You're probably okay. You get it out on the shoulders, get them wide. Usually going to pick up a holding call.
So following the hold, they're in a bit of a hole here with a 1st and 20. Now a carry for Edwards-Helaire. And he got blown up. Losing yardage on the play back at the 44. A loss of 2 there, 2nd down.
So with your team leading in the 4th quarter, you know you've got to run the football. They know you've got to run the football. Sometimes that means there's nowhere to run the football.
Clock continuing to run. They'll probably wind this all the way before snapping it on 2nd down. Mahomes' throw caught by Tony. And he's going to be taken down at about the 33. Possibly a turning point. Big play coming. This is 3rd and long. They're going to look to throw. He'll find his running back, Edwards-Helaire. And he's going to get this to the 31, but that is still well short of what he needed. 3 yards, all they could muster there, and it'll bring up 4th down.
How about that strategy there, Brandon? 3rd down. They just said, we've got faith in our tacklers. We'll give you the short stuff, and just decided to protect the sticks. So every time I hear fans telling me tackling's not a part of the game anymore, plays like that, I can clip and save and show them you have to tackle well if you want to be a good defense.
Here's the Chiefs kickoff unit now as they'll send this one away. He'll going to sit on this one, and it'll come out to the 25. So now the Eagles down by 10, just under 2 minutes to go. It's been a struggle to score all day, and now they need to do it twice here late to have a chance. Now Burrow. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise, because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. Burrow. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tre'Davious White with a pick. They'll run here with Edwards-Helaire. The Eagles going to take the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming 2nd down play. They'll run. It's Edwards-Helaire. And he's dropped just before the line to gain. 4-yard pickup leaves him with 3rd and 1. So they just need 1 yard here to pick up the first down. On third down, here's Edwards-Helaire. He's not going to get there. That won't even be close. It was blown up in the backfield. Now the defense will burn their third and final timeout as they'll head to the sideline and talk over what to do next. They'll go. It's Edwards-Helaire. And, boy, this is going to be close. That mark looks a little short, and he didn't get there. The Chiefs tried it, but they're turned away on fourth down. And the Eagles' defense able to hold. To throw, Burrow. And that's complete to Brown. And they're going to get this beyond the 40 before he's taken down. A really nice gain of 25 yards.
But one of the ways the quarterbacks keep all the receivers alive on a play, never lock in on any one guy. Make sure you keep your eyes moving, scan the field. And here he finds the open guy for a nice pickup.
Throwing, Burrow. Into the hands of Sanders. That's good. The completion there for 7 yards. And that'll bring up second down. Looked like a pretty good, safe play right there. No, he's had trouble with the interceptions in this game there. Hits his guy on the flat.
Yeah, so many times we hear quarterbacks and offensive coordinators talk about in your progressions, you're either throwing the touchdown or you're throwing the check down. But earlier in the game, it was touchdown or interception.
And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Tre'Davious White with a pick. And the Chiefs are going to take over a couple of yards shy of midfield. Mahomes down to a knee, and that should just about write a finish to this one.
Yeah, it's fun to kneel down in front of your home crowd, but when you go on the road, that band of brothers attitude, right, just us against the world, and get it done, how happy are they?
I remember a coach at a previous stop telling me, you get a win on the road, doesn't matter the opponent, get out of there like you stole something. And they did in this one. So this one in the win column for Kansas City. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.
first opened in 1999. There's a good look at First Energy Stadium here in Cleveland, Ohio. Coming up, we've got a good matchup on tap between the Dallas Cowboys and the Cleveland Browns. Taking it about the 1. And not much happening on the return as he'll get this to about the 23. And now Cleveland geared up to take the field. Right to the air is Burrow. That one caught by Tyreek Hill. And they're able to get this one across the 35. 13 yards on the game's opening play. If you're going to blitz, likely going to leave you in man coverage with this guy, and that is less than ideal.
It is, because just about any offense that has an elite receiver, if you blitz and have him in man coverage, you're going to him, even if he has an elite defender on him, because he usually knows where the ball is before the defender does.
And space tough to come by there as he'll get maybe a yard to the 37.
Well, sometimes you just have to give credit to the defense. Great job there at the point of attack, holding up. They won their battles at the line of scrimmage, left him no space to try and run. A really nice job swarming to the ball carrier.
On 2nd and 9, Burrow. That's to the right side and complete to Njoku. And this will be stopped at the 44. That one good for 7 yards.
Let's just break this down and make it pretty simple. Key to the drag route, letting the play develop, finding the hole in the defense, and giving your athlete, yes, athlete, a chance to make something happen once he has the ball in his hands.
They'll come to the line, needing only 2 yards to gain the first here. He's got his tight end, David Njoku. And he's able to get this one out closer to midfield across the 45. Back-to-back receptions for him, and it's another first down. Well, they kept it simple there, CD, only needing the short gain to move the chain, so they didn't want to go with a deep throw. They just go with that safer, shorter throw and able to convert.
Nothing wrong with that at all, partner. Check the box, right? Make sure you pick up the first down. Offense is getting established. You're moving the ball. You're not turning it over. Check, check, check. They like what they're doing early in the game.
So the completion gets them just a yard, and it'll be 2nd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly. And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that. This is going to be the matchup to watch out on the perimeter, and it won't be the last time these two go at it. Both of them believe they are the superior. In this case, the win goes to the defense. Now play number 7 of this drive, but it's a tough 3rd and 9. Here's Burrow setting up to throw it. He's got Njoku, his big tight end. And he's going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at the Cowboys' 40. That'll move the sticks for the Browns, a gain of 12. Well, on 3rd down, he wanted to go to one of his most dependable targets, and that's who he found, his tight end there, to pick up the first, Charles. And you use the proper word there, dependable, and sometimes spectacular, because tight ends nowadays, they can do it all. But they're the guys you trust, especially across the middle of the field where there's traffic. He delivers, and they pick up nice yardage. And he gets this down inside the 35 before going out of bounds. It'll go down as a gain of 6, and that's going to bring up 2nd down. We've seen quite a bit of the short passing game here early on first quarter, haven't we? We have, and I think it works a couple of ways for this team because, number one, you throw the short game until they stop it. And if they're not going to stop it, you keep throwing it, and occasionally you'll break a tackle and turn it into a bigger gain. Also, if they start to creep up, start to pressure receivers, now you go over the top, take it deep, and now you get some of those big shots downfield. A minimal gain as we tick down inside of a minute remaining in the opening quarter.
Well, they certainly had success throwing the ball on this drive and not as much running it as we just saw once again on that last play. Stopped after a very short gain. But I wouldn't abandon the run totally because otherwise, pass rushers just tee off on your quarterback. Makes it very, very difficult for him in that situation.
And he is going to have a Browns first down as they're able to get the third down conversion. Well, that's how you use your safety valve, CD. He didn't appear to be the intended target, but they got it to him, and he was able to get just enough to pick up the first.
And what a great example of where we are right now in the NFL, because if you're a running back, you're not just going to carry it. You got to catch it out of the backfield as well. Those combo guys, they're the ones everyone wants on their team.
Now a throw here going to be taken in by the tight end, Njoku. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And that'll give them a short yardage situation here for second down. We're scoreless after 1. On to the second from Cleveland. It's the Browns in control of the football, as they've got it with a 2nd and 1 coming up. Now Burrow. He'll find Schwartz, complete right side. And he is out of bounds, looks like right at the 15. And they keep those sticks moving forward, that time with a gain of 3. And so far, a very nice, methodical opening drive.
This has the feel of a scripted drive that they rehearsed perfectly all week long, and now they're executing it on game day.
Script looks good so far. Throwing again, it's Burrow. Throw left side, caught by the tight end, Njoku. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. And the pocket's been protected pretty good here so far in the opening drive.
We always talk about confidence in runners and catchers and quarterbacks. How about the protection detail? They're not allowing anyone near the guy throwing the football.
This is a 2nd and 4, ball at the 9. Now it's Burrow. And it's caught. Touchdown, Browns. David Njoku. A 9-yard touchdown Brown. And the Browns post the first points of the ball game as they take the lead here in this second quarter. Well, that drive felt like it took up an eternity. We finally have some action on the scoreboard.
Yeah, but plenty of action prior to, because that drive took up all the first quarter before we spilled into the second, and finally, points were registered.
On the other sideline, they're chomping at the bit just to get the football. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And no effort to bring this one out. It's a touchback. And now Dallas gets set to take the field. They'll run with Pollard to begin the drive. And not much to speak of. Call it a 1-yard gain up to the 26.
They'd love to just strike back with a touchdown right here. And if it's a long play, so be it. But the main goal, get a couple of first downs. Run some plays, run some clock. Allow their defense to get a chance to catch their breath, settle down, and relax a little bit after they just gave up a score.
On 2nd and 9, Mahomes. Open man, right side, it's Lamb. And he'll be out of bounds across the 30-yard line. So 5 yards here, 5 on the play. And it's 3rd and 4 now. Here's Mahomes to throw. Got an open man, it's Michael Gallup. And he will have a Cowboys first down as they're able to get the 3rd down conversion.
Plenty of things to talk about here, partner, but to me, their defense gave up a touchdown on the first drive. How about how they're responding, coming back? That's a big third down pickup to keep their drive alive.
Mahomes now on first down. Man open, that's complete to Dalton Schultz. So the completion results there in 9 yards. And they'll have a 2nd and 1 forthcoming. Now it's Mahomes again. They'll drop this underneath to Pollard. And they're going to get this down to about the 37.
Well, they've certainly done a nice job spreading the ball around on this drive. This time he gets it out to his back, and it's another nice play and another first down. They've got the defense on their heels a little bit. They're reacting instead of being aggressive and making plays.
Line of scrimmage, the 37 on 1st and 10. Meanwhile, Mahomes' throw taken in by Diggs. And he'll be taken down here just shy of the 30.
One thing you're hoping for when you run drag routes, you're able to hit a receiver in stride, and he can pick up a lot of yardage after the catch. But in this situation, the defense was effective, able to stop him before he could get a good head of steam going.
From the 31, Mahomes. That's into the hands of Gallup over the middle. And he'll be brought down at about the 23-yard line. Now the Cowboys going to burn the first of their timeouts as they'll stop it with just over a minute to go before halftime. Throwing on first down is Mahomes. Able to hit his target, Lamb. Now another timeout called for by the offense as the stoppage will come with a little under a minute to go in this first half. Mahomes to throw once more. Now they set up the screen. That's complete. Touchdown! Tony Pollard from 19 yards away. And the Cowboys are on the board here in the final minute of the first half. And a little time left on the clock, so on the other side, they're thinking, gosh, we'd like to get that lead right back.
Yeah, thanks for pointing that out. Here I am going ahead and tapping out the first half.
Well,
there's still time. They've got to make a decision about what they want to do on the kickoff, where they want to let their return guy touch it.
Extra point by Marr, up and good. And that is going to tie our game as we approach halftime.
What's the deal, Ron?
Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. And Hill will opt for the touchback. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And they'll have 50 seconds to work with, so that really plenty of time to try to put something together. First down, here's Burrow. And there is Amari Cooper, his first catch. Now the Browns will use the first of their 3 timeouts as they'll stop it with just over 40 seconds to go in the first half. The Browns now going to take over late in this first half. And with great starting field position and a couple of timeouts at their disposal, they'll certainly have the green light here. Burrow's throw caught by his receiver, Hill. Now another timeout called for by the offense as they'll stop it with 40 seconds remaining in this first half. Back-to-back good plays have them on the move on first down. Burrow looking to pass. Forced out to his left. Letting one fly deep for Cooper. And that's going to be caught for a Browns touchdown. Amari Cooper, 47 yards. And the Browns will take the lead here in the final minute of the first half.
And that touchdown gives them a touchdown lead before they attempt the extra point. What a great way to end the half.
Yeah, great job to put themselves in front. And now, see on the sideline, special teams defense scrambling, saying we want to preserve this for the final moments of this second quarter. The Browns kicking team out there now as they'll send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And he had no room to run as he's tackled down inside the 20. And the Cowboys going to go on offense one final time in this first half. And the ball backed way up, so thinking with this amount of time on the clock, probably just sit on it, and we'll see these two teams go to the lockers.
Yeah, I don't think you want to overthink it in this situation. Either side of the ball. Just go ahead and finish up the half and get on out and talk about it.
On first down, Mahomes. He'll fire deep downfield for Lamb. And that will be incomplete. Would have been a big hitter if they had connected. Instead, it's second down.
Well, partner, they're not content to run this one out as we head towards the half, trying to hit a big chunk play right there and add to their score.
Yeah, this is a confident group. At the very least, they're thinking field goal.
Yeah, and I don't blame them one bit. I don't think you sit on the ball going into the half when you have a chance to put some more points on the board.
Now, meanwhile, here's a second down throw that's knocked away and incomplete.
Well, they approached this drive with a lot of confidence after the last one ended up as a touchdown. But incompletions on their first two throws has them huddling up and trying to figure out a big play here on third down to get their momentum going again.
Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. This time they stay on the ground. And he'll get this to the 23, but that'll be well short of what he needed. The Browns will quickly use their 3rd and final timeout as they'll stop it with 14 seconds to go in this first half. On 4th down, here's Brian Anger now to kick this one away. That'll be a 44-yard boot, just a yard on the return as he's covered up quickly. And control of the football switching hands with very little time remaining until the half. Likely time for one final snap as they start out 1st and 10. They'll indeed try to run it out as they start on the ground. And he gets this to the 35. Good for a gain of 5. They get Jack Conklin there, the right tackle, ready to take over again on offense. Out comes Cleveland. And from this spot in the field with the clock where it's at, you think we're just going to see a knee and that's it?
And I think in this situation, that's the proper play. But we do know there's some risk takers out there that may want to take one more shot before the clock runs out.
And with time running down, they go down to a knee. So we have reached halftime here in Cleveland with the Browns on top. As we'll send you down to Orlando, and we check in with Jonathan Coachman for our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, it's the Cowboys who get the football first, and they trail here as well as we resume action in the third quarter. And here comes a return from just beyond the goal line. And only able to get this to the 19, so probably should have opted for the touchback. Out come the Cowboys now as they'll go on offense first here in this third quarter. And they're still very much in this game, although they do trail. What's the game plan, Charles, for the second half?
It might be a little counterintuitive because most people will think losing equals passing the ball more, but I'd establish the running game. They kind of went away from it in the first half. I think if they get back in balance, it'll help them when they put the ball back in the air.
Call it a full 3 yards in the wrong direction there. Brings up second down.
Well, we saw a lot of negative plays that resulted in plenty of lost yardage in the first half, and that trend is continuing here.
A 3-yard loss to start the drive. They'll look to make that up and then some on 2nd and 13. Mahomes going to throw. And this one quickly to Lamb. It's a pickup of 12, and that'll set up a third down.
You can see the time and effort and thought that they put into their passing game because it was evident right there. It looks like a simple pitch and catch, but you and I both know that they have planned for this and worked hard to make it happen.
Trying to run forward with Pollard. And he's going to have the first down yardage as he's down at about the 30-yard line. A third down gain of 3 yards, and that'll be enough.
Well, they're hoping that the second half is better for him than the first half. They've got to find a way to get him going. He's a big part of their offense.
So 1st and 10 now from the 30. Here's Pollard again. He'll work his way up the middle for a gain of about 4. 2nd down.
And that was a quality play to start a new set of downs. That was simply an offensive line winning the battle up front and winning in a big way and giving their guy in the backfield a nice lane to hit.
Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6. They run straight ahead here with Pollard. Trying to run inside, but nothing there. No gain on the play there, so they're left with a 3rd down and 6. And he got off the end there very quickly to make that play.
It was almost like the bullet train, wasn't it? I mean, just zoom, quick, and what a terrific play, holding them to no gain.
They are in need of 6 yards here if they hope to move the chains. Throwing is Mahomes on 3rd. Looking for Diggs, and it's intercepted. Picked up by Denzel Ward. And the Browns are going to take possession of the football. Throwing now, Burrow on 1st down. Looking for Cooper, and it's intercepted. Darius Slay with a pick. And the Cowboys will have the football as this is taken up past the 30. They'll start out here with a jet sweep. Ooh, with a juke. Found a little room there as he's up to about the 37. Second down at 4. Now a shotgun handoff to Pollard. And he is swallowed up right at the line of scrimmage. No gain on the play that time, and they'll look to convert on what will be a 3rd and 4. And they struggled to get him rolling on the ground in the first half, and that's sort of continuing here in the third quarter.
Yeah, but I don't think it's time to abandon the running game. I would say keep feeding the horse, and I believe he'll eventually reward them, especially as we get deeper in the game.
Mahomes now to throw. And the Browns pressure gets to him that time, and he's going to go down. finally hauled down for the first time this game. Multiple defenders in there to drop him.
And we all know how talented this guy is who's calling the signals for him. But even the best in the game, they can struggle against a good, cohesive zone coverage. Can't find a gap in the secondary quick enough, and he ends up taking a sack.
Before they can get the punt away, whistles as we've come to the end of the third quarter of action. We'll return with more after this. This is the NFL, and it's on EA Sports. Anger is on to punt, and he gets this one away. "46 yards on the boot. The coverage holds him to just 3 on the return. And the Browns will take over 1st and 10. They'll try and wind down some clock with Chubb. And he's taken down, but able to slip across the 35. Nice way to start the drive, a gain of 12 and a first down. And when do they start thinking about burning these timeouts? They've got all 3 still defensively.
To me, you have to start right now. Here's the time, and that means you've got to stop them on defense, not give up the yardage. Use your timeouts in order to get the ball back and try and score yourself. But now is the time to start using those timeouts.
And keep in mind, it'll also stop the clock at the 2-minute warning. And they will only muster a yard here to the 38.
I like a guy who understands the situation. I also like a guy who you look at him and you say, that looks like a guy who knows the coach is going to say, guess what? You drop this one, you'll be carrying around a training facility for an entire week.
Maybe flashback to high school or college, carrying it around campus, right?
The old gauntlet drill, right? Anyone get the ball out while he's sitting in class and bring it back to the coach? He's in big trouble.
They go with Chubb on 2nd down. And getting this just shy of midfield, they'll spot it at the 49. That's good for a Cleveland first down, an 11-yard pickup.
Well, partner, I know this type of running back. I mean, this size, this intensity usually gets better as the game goes on. I just tell you from experience, the first few quarters, oh, you're eager. You come running up there, I'm going to tackle this guy. By the 4th quarter, you're coming up and thinking about it.
And D-line wearing down 4th quarter. Yeah, that's not a guy they want to see consistently. On first down, they'll run with Chubb. And just no chance of turning the corner. He can only get back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10 coming up. And again, it's Chubb. And some space here. And a pretty good burst right there as he'll take this down to the 33. And now with 1:52 to go, we get another pause in the action. A timeout here defensively. Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. And Chubb will try the middle here. And he works his way free all the way down to the outskirts of the red zone. The Cowboys signal for their 3rd and final timeout. And they'll be disappointed to have to burn one there after giving up the first down. And they'll indeed take a knee. If nothing else, they've already taken a couple minutes off the clock here already as they come up 2nd down. the middle. It's Chubb. 5 yards on the carry there, and it leaves him with third and about 6 yards to go.
I like that run right there, partner. Not the flashiest run, not the one that's going to break for big yardage, but he understands the situation, and taking care of the football, paramount, and he got it done.
Nursing that slim lead, you're exactly right. Hold on to that ball. And they'll be in search of 6 yards here on third down. This is now the 9th play of the drive. Burrow down to a knee, and that should be the final act of this one.
I don't know about you, partner, but watching them take the knee there and finish this one off, I feel like I'm going to be sore tomorrow. This was one bruising affair. Low scoring, but my kind of football.
Not a work of art, but maybe in your world, a little bit of a work of art. You like the defensive side.
I thought it was pretty. I can't help myself. I thought it was pretty.
And it ends in a kneel down as the clock rolls down to zeros. So Cleveland able to come away with the victory here. And it was their defense that really made the statement after the break. They pitched the second half shutout.
Yeah, think about the team that just got vanquished. They did score in the second quarter. Do you think they thought at all that that would be their last points of the game?
No, but what a second half. The adjustment, whatever they did in the locker room, it certainly worked.
It certainly did, and you're exactly right. Whether it was an adjustment, whether it was just more focus on what they planned to do going in, whether they just played better, whatever it was, it all came together in the second half, and no points were allowed. That's a great way to close them out.